Yo, what is up everyone? So today I made this app in React and pretty much it is a cryptocurrency price tracker, and you can see this is actually data from an API. So if I were to refresh the page, which I'll do right here, you will see that the prices and also the percentages in terms of whether it's positive or negative, aka the red or green, they will change. So you can see there, some of these updated here, and also the prices here updated too. And this is very similar, I say, to the design of the actual site where I got the API from. So this is the real site where the API is from. And you can see it's the same concept with the rows and then the prices. I didn't add all the fancy like charts and stuff, but you get the point. And then also if we were to go ahead and let's type in Bitcoin. If you guys don't know anything about cryptocurrency, does it not matter. If you're just trying to learn React and APIs, then definitely this video is for you. And then also I searched like any other one, Ethereum, let's see, Litecoin. I can just type in random letters. You can see that they update in real time, and you can see right now the prices they're not updating, but obviously, but at least the search for specific currencies on here. And also if I were to, I can change the amount I show. Like for instance, if I only want to have 10, because right now it's at 100, so I can just sit and scroll for 100. But I sit here and just change that to 10. Now we go back, scroll it back. Now we only have 10, so that's a cool little effect there. So you can control how much things you want to show on your page. And this is super simple. The API is public, so literally you just copy the link and you're set to go. So no logging into anything and no having to create an account. This is probably the easiest tutorial to follow along with. So if you want to learn how I created this, then definitely watch the video all the way to the very end. Without further ado, let's hop into my code editor and let me show you how I made this. All right, so here I am on my terminal. So I'm gonna go ahead and type in npx create React app, and then let's just call this React API, and let's just say crypto tracker v1. Right, that's a lot of type in, but you can name it whatever you want to. That's what I'm just naming it for here. And then once this decides to finish up loading, I will see you on the other side. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cd into the file we just created. So mine is React API. Oh, I spelled crypto wrong. Geez, oh well. As long as you type in whatever you name the file here, and then I'll press enter. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say code space dot. If you don't have this set up, then quick Google search on how to have it implemented, but pretty much just opens up my VS Code automatically from the terminal. And then once I have VS Code opened up, I'm just gonna go and do Command J shortcut key, and then I have yarn. So if you have yarn, obviously do yarn start, but if you don't have yarn, it's gonna say npm start, so just do whatever the second line says. So mine is pretty much yarn start, press enter, and I have this error that pops up, so it says skip free flight check. Let me copy this line. If you don't have this error, don't worry about this, but I'm gonna go over to this left side, right click on new file, and then I'm gonna say .env, just paste this error code in here, save it, and then let me just press the up arrow, yarn start one more time. Again, if you don't have yarn, just do npm start. All right, so here we have the React app loaded up, perfect. So if you have React before, you've used it, you know the drill. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. And now let's go ahead and let's start cleaning up some files really quick. So go over to the src folder. Let's click on setup test. I'm gonna hold shift and click on the logo so I can automatically delete all 3 of these files. We don't need these 3, and then also index.css. I don't need this. Let's see, app.test. I don't need that. And then let's go to index.js. Let's get rid of this code below. Let's get rid of this code here. Also index.css, save it here. And then let's go to app.js, get rid of the logo line. And then let's just go in here and let's just do API. Save it, see. Perfect. All right, so now the code is cleaned up. Everything is working fine. So now let's go ahead and start editing this code. So in this function, we're gonna actually get the API. So let me show you where to get the API so that we can actually get started. All right, so let's go over to this site called coingecko.com, and pretty much here, let me just make this full screen here. Once you're on the site, here's the name, coingecko.com. All you need to do is go and hover over to the resources tab, and then you'll see the API here. And then I'll probably put a link somewhere in the comments, or if someone wants to do it, they can too, in case you don't want to type this in. And then once this loads up, just click on get started, and then I'll bring you down here. It's on the same page. Just scroll down, and then you have all these different options. The one I utilize is under coins. I went to the second row right here. This one says coins/markets. Then I click on it, and then now this is gonna open up here. Now you might be overwhelmed, like, yo, what's going on? All you need to do is click on this try it out, and then in here you type in your currency. I'm in the US, so I'm gonna go with USD. Feel free to do euros. I think that's Japanese currency. And then the rest, you can skip this here. This is auto-filled by default. This is telling you how many searches you want to show, or I guess how many different cryptocurrencies you want to display at a time. It's default by 100, but you can edit this in the actual code whenever you want to. And then everything else here is false there. And then all you need to do is go to this execute button, click on execute, and then what's going to happen is going to showcase these links. And the one you want is basically the same thing. You need this link right here. So get the request URL, copy this, Command C, and then if I were to paste this into a browser, you'll see the data. So here I went ahead and pasted it, and now you can see all of the data is here. And you can see here we have the ID. So the name, so this is ID, and then also the name. So Bitcoin here. There's the image, aka this was the logo picture we saw. The current price, market cap, volume, price change, etc. You know, supply, all that stuff. And then this goes down, rinse and repeat for every other cryptocurrency here. So if you know nothing about cryptocurrencies, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is how to actually access this data in this API. So looking back at the actual request URL, you can go back and check it, but pretty much it starts after the V3 coin markets, and then it shows currency. We have the USD, and then market cap, description. Per page you want to have 100 displaying, and then all this other code right here. So now once you have this link, so make sure you have this copied. So Command C on the keyboard. Now let's go ahead and let's just paste this above the function for right now, and just have it there, but we're not actually gonna keep it there. And then what I want to do is go inside of the function, the app function, press enter. And then we're going to place this inside of useEffect. And we're also going to need to install Axios. And all we're going to do here is go and type in, or on your keyboard, Command J. We can go ahead and click on the plus sign, open up another terminal. And I have Yarn, so I'm going to say yarn add Axios. If you don't have Yarn, you would say npm install, and then say Axios, and then press enter. And this pretty much allows us to get the data from the API. And it's super similar to fetch, but it's just the way you write the code is a little different. But once you have that installed, just go to the top, and then let me place this right here inside and say import Axios from Axios. And then also while we're here, we're gonna be utilizing useState and useEffect hooks, so might as well add this up here. So we're gonna say useState and then useEffect. And then here, let's go ahead and just write the function for the actual API. And then after that, we'll add the state and all that fun stuff. So now let's just go ahead and I'm going to say useEffect. And useEffect, we're going to take in an arrow function. And then here's where we utilize Axios. So pretty much you can do some further research on this, but it's pretty basic once you do it one time. And then after that, you can obviously learn more about it. But you're just going to say Axios dot get. And then in parentheses, this is where we'll pass in the API URL we have here. So go ahead, I'm going to Command X that to take it. And before we paste it in, put some quotes and then paste it in. And then outside this parentheses, we're going to utilize promises. So if you don't know about promises, there's a bunch of really good videos on YouTube that show like a in-depth definition. I would say more of an explanation of it. But pretty much we're going to say dot then. And then in parentheses here, we're going to have the response, so res for short here, then the arrow function. And it's pretty much short answer. It's like, think of it as something has to happen and then this is gonna happen. So that's like the easiest way to say, but you'd have to watch alternative resources if you still don't know too much about it to get the full understanding. But pretty much in here, in this then, we're going to say set coins now. So we're using state again here, and we're actually going to create the state up below this function. So let's just say const and then an array or brackets, and you say coins is the value, and then the function that's going to update it is going to be set coins, and then equals to useState. I'm going to pass it in as an array. Now here's set coins. In parentheses, we're going to say res.data. Now if I were to go in console.log res.data, you'll see. So let's actually save this really quick and see if we have any errors. No errors. And then I'm going to do Command-Shift-C, go to console, and now you can see that we have this data showing, but it's doing it like infinitely. But pretty much you can see here that this shows all of our data for the 100, the coins that we have, and then we can access it in here. But let me actually go ahead and exit this out. And that's the data that we're getting right there. And then after that, let me exit out this little semicolon. I want to have a catch. So this is just a way to let you know if there's an error. And then I'm just going to pass an error as the parameter and the error function. And usually you'll see people say console.log error. So if I were to say console.log error, and then I save, well actually let's put in an empty array here because I only wanted to render this one time. And then let's go ahead, and you're not going to see an error right now, but if I were to like misspell something in the URL, for instance, let me just put like random numbers and save it. Nothing's going to show up yet, but when I open up the console, you'll see that there's this error. And if you're never seen it, or you're just first time using promises or just seeing that catch, you probably won't get, you might think this is like part of the code. So an easier way to show it is if I just show you an alert, not alt, what was that, alert there, and then inside of it's, yo, there's an error. Actually, let me just say error, keep it short. And then I save, and now you can see that it automatically just shows this alert saying there's an error because this URL right here is random. There's random numbers that I added that should not be there. So now if we save it, then there's nothing happening. So pretty much that's just showing the error in case something went wrong. But since you're following along this tutorial, you just follow whatever I type and you wouldn't have to worry about that. So now, yeah, we're good here. So no errors, perfect. And then let's go ahead and let's start adding the JSX. So here, let's go into this actual return, and let me Command B this out. Let's get rid of this H1. And for the class app, let's just change this to not volume. Let's do coin-app. And then in here, I'm going to create a div. I'm just call this .coin-search. Press tab. So mine auto fills it for me. If you don't have that, just type it out manually. And then here, I'm going to say h1.coin-text. And feel free to name these classes whatever you want to. And let me just say search a currency. And then under here, we're going to create the form. So I'm going to press tab. And I don't need any action on here, classes. So inside of the form now, let me scroll up real quick. I'm going to do input.coin-input. Press tab here. I'll leave the type as text, and then placeholder, let's set that equal to search. And then also I'm gonna add a onChange function on this eventually, but let's keep that off for now. And then underneath the form, then the next div, and then underneath this div, let's press enter. So actually, my bad, underneath this last div, but inside, we're still inside of the coin app. And then here is where we're actually going to map through the coins and then display all of the different values that we showcase. But since we haven't created that component yet, let's just wait off on that. And then also we're gonna have to add some more code, but let's just go ahead and before we do anything, let's just save this right now. It's probably gonna see, yeah, we have this simple little UI right here. And then let's go into the src, right click and just do new file. And then I'm just gonna call this coin.js. And then here is a snippet that I highly recommend you install if you don't have this. Just type ES7 and then you'll have it, this one right here. And then pretty much whenever you do a little shortcut, for instance, let me go right here and let's do RFACE. And this is creating an arrow function for you automatically, and you export, import just like that. You don't have to do anything like besides just type that shortcut in. And then what I want to do is actually I want to return a bunch of JSX. So let's do div in here. Let's just say class name equals to coin dash container. And then underneath this, I'm going to create the row. So I'm going to say coin dash row. And then under that, we're just going to create the coin. And then here's the image. So I'm going to say img, press tab. And then in the src, let's do curly braces. And let's target the actual image for the alt. Let me just say crypto. We just put that for now. And then underneath that, I want to put an H1, and then I want this to be the curly braces. And I don't know why it shifted over there, but inside these curly braces, I want to have the names. Let me save this really quick so it fixes. And then underneath this, I just have a p tag. Let me just call this with the class of coin-symbol. And let me make it bigger. And then here, do the curly braces again. And then I'm going to pass in symbol. Save it there. And then underneath this div, I'm going to press enter. And then I'm going to create another div called coin-data. Press tab. And then underneath that, I'm going to have p tag dot coin dash price. And then I'm going to have a dollar sign, curly brace, price, closing dollar, curly brace. And then underneath this p tag, I'm going to do another p dot coin dash volume. And then here I'm going to do dollar sign, curly brace, and we're going to target volume dot. And I want to make this to where it displays the actual commas inside of the numbers. So I'm going to say to locale string and then parentheses and then the curly brace here. And then let's make this a little bigger. And then underneath this, we're going to have some more JSX. So let me actually go ahead and let me just save this really quick, and then let's destructure this too so we can pass in some data, because I want to be able to show you like what's actually showing right now, and then we can go back and then refinish this off. But pretty much I'm going to do curly braces here, and I'm going to say pass in what we have so far. So we got the image, name, symbol, price, and volume. So let's just say name, image, symbol, price, comma, volume. For now, let's keep it for now. And then let me do command B, and let's go to app.js. And then inside of here, let's create a function that gets the values and also it maps through all the data. So let's go ahead and let's just say const search, and then let's do set search here. Let me fix my spelling. And then let's set that equal to useState, and I just want that to be empty string. And now let's go under the useEffect right here, and I'm gonna say handle change. Let's create a handle change function. Let's say const handle change is equal to e, which is equal to curly braces, and then we're gonna use the set search, and then I want to set that to the e.target that value. So whatever we're typing in, and then I want to have this on the actual input. So here I can say on change is equal to curly brace handle change. And then underneath that one, I want to create a function that allows us to filter the actual coins and then displays whatever we type in. So say const, and I'll just call this filtered coins. So this equal to coins dot filter, and then I'm gonna pass in coin as the parameter here. And then I want to say, let me just go on another line, get rid of this little thing. And then I'm going to say coin.name. So if it matches coin.name I want it to be to lowercase, and dot includes search dot to lowercase. So this is essentially making everything we type in to lowercase so that it matches it. It doesn't matter if we like misspell it or capitalize it. And then now underneath this div with the form right here, so under form, next div, press enter. Then we're gonna do some curly braces action here, and we're gonna say filtered coins, and now we're gonna map through this. We're gonna say mapping, and we're gonna pass in coin, arrow function here, and then we're going to return in parentheses the coin component. So I'm gonna do the opening tag coin, and then I'll press enter, and it should auto import it at the top. So I have it auto imported here. If it doesn't auto import for you, just go ahead and type that in, import coin from /coin, or you can do control space. It automatically shows it up here and just press enter there. And then when I want to pass in, you have to have a key so that React doesn't yell at you. And then we're going to say coin, which is the parameter we have up right here, this one. And then we're going to say .id, and that was, if you go back to the data file, I'm just using this one right here. And then on the next one, let's do name is equal to coin.name, which again, if you go back to coin, this is what we're targeting right here. So we named it name, so we're gonna say coin.name. And then I have price is equal to, and I don't think I have price added, so let's just add I think I have, well, let's do image. Yeah, let's do image first. Image equal to curly brace coin.image. And let's see, let's close it out really quick. Save it 1 second. Let me put these on a different line so you can see what's going on. Save it. And for some reason it's not letting me do it. So let me just do it like this manually. I have to add more code to make it work, but let's go ahead and do symbol equal to curly braces of coin.symbol. And then let's do, it's telling me right now we have to do volume. So let's do, actually I have, yeah. So let's do volume equals to curly brace coin.market underscore cap. So volume is what I called it, but if I show you market cap, that's pretty much, where is it at? I think, yeah, that's the one right here. It's pretty much the volume in terms of how much money is being circulated at that point. And then let's do price. Yeah, let's do price equals to curly brace coin dot current underscore price, which again we go here, that's what they call it here. And let's save this now. Let's see if we have any errors. So now you can see we have some visuals going up, so now you don't go crazy. And then we can finish up now. So pretty much here, this function lets us filter through it, and I don't think, let's see if it works right now. Yeah, so it looks like it's working fine right here, perfect. So it's already working, everything's there. All we need to do is just finish up the coin component. So I'm gonna go back here, and again, if right now, if you see the volume right here, you're probably wondering, yo, what is this to locale string? So if I were to erase this and save it, notice how the commas just disappear, and we don't want that. So let's go ahead and Command Z that and put that back, and now we have it looking like this. And then under this volume.locale string, and press enter. And now we're going to pass in this JSX that pretty much, if you saw in the original application how it's like red and green, this is what the code I wrote for this. I'm sure there's ways to write it differently, but pretty much going to pass in the curly braces. I'm going to say price change, and if it's less than 0, so if this is true, meaning it's negative pretty much, I'm going to use ternary operators with the question mark. Then in parentheses, I'm going to pass in p.coin-%. So this is a class name. I'm going to say .red and press tab. And then inside of this p tag, I'm going to have the curly braces again. And then I'm going to say price change dot to fixed parentheses 2. So this is pretty much stating to put it at 2 decimal places, and then also add the class of red in the CSS, which is going to just color it red pretty much. And then outside of the parentheses, so here we have the p tag, and then go to the parentheses before the curly brace, and then you add the colon, the regular colon, and we're gonna do another parentheses, and then pretty much let's just copy and paste this code here. And then you guessed it, we're gonna change the class to green, and then price change to fix is the same. And also one thing I forgot to add is the outside of this price change JSX, add the %. So like this. So now if I save it, nothing's gonna happen because price change is not defined. So we go back to app.js, and let's go ahead and add that really quick so it doesn't get mad at us. So I'm just gonna say, let's call this price change, and then set that equal to curly brace coin dot, and this one's pretty long, price underscore change underscore percentage. Spell that not per. What did I type? Percentage underscore 24H, and this is this data point right here. Price change %24. So you can literally say whatever you pass in, coin dot whatever you want to show. And if I say this, it's still not going to work because in coin we have to destructure this, and let's just pass it in here. So price change, and then I'll save it, and now it should work. And now you can see that we have the percentages, which are right here. This one right there. Same thing down here. And then all we need to do is add the CSS, and you'll be able to see it visually. And then the last one I want to add here underneath this curly brace, and you should have 3 divs from the bottom to know you're in the right spot. I'm going to say p.coin-market cap, and then in here I'm going to pass in mkt cap colon $ curly brace market cap dot to locale string parentheses, and then it's gonna say market cap's not defined, so we're gonna have to go up to the top here, make sure we add it, save it here, and then we need to go to the actual app.js file. Let's just call this market cap equal to curly brace coin dots, and then if I go check it, it should be, which one did I put? Just straight up market cap. So let's see, where is that? Right here. Yeah, this one right here. And then let's go back, and I think, actually my bad, that's not the right one. It should be total volume. Yeah, because that volume is market cap. So this one, yeah, here. Maybe did I mix things up? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I mixed those up, but pretty much this total volume, and then let's go ahead and just put coin dot total underscore volume. Let's save that. And I think I mixed those. These should be differently, so let's switch these out. This one, so let's command X, that should be market cap, and then this one should be volume. Make sure we have everything right. So now we have coin, the symbol, and then here, yeah, so this one technically is the market cap now here. So you can see, so I think I did it reverse on the actual actually no, I think I did it right. We'll see. Let me make sure. Our cap is 209. Yeah, so these should be the reverse. So okay, yeah, so I just mistype, but again, this is just getting the data, and then obviously we can switch that out. But pretty much we have the finished data part. Now we need to just add in our CSS. So here I created another file, so new file coin.css, and there's not that much CSS, so I'm just gonna go ahead and type it out. It really is not gonna take that long, but let's just say .coin-container equal to display flex, and then justify content to be center, and then I have to import this too, so let's go to coin.js, go here and just do import quotes./coin.css, save it here, and then let's do .coin-row display flex direction to be row, justify content to be start, align items to be center, should fix that here, height to be 80 pixels, border bottom to be 1 pixel solid hashtag D7, 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 and then I want the width to be 900 pixels. So now this is looking pretty crazy, and now I need to go in. It looks insane right now, but let's go ahead and do .coin display flex align items, not content, items to be center. Let's do padding dash right to be 24 pixels, and I want the min width to be 300 pixels. And let's just go ahead and do .coin h1. Let's do height to be 30 pixels, width to be 30 pixels, margin dash right to be 10 pixels, and then this should fix the craziness of the image. So let's just do .coin img. I want this to be the height of 30 pixels. Actually, yeah, I wrote the wrong code. This should be the image here. This should be font size of 16 pixels, and then width to be 150 pixels. So now you can see we're looking much cleaner, much cleaner. We're almost there. And then let's do .coin dash symbol, and let's just do text transform to be uppercase, and then .coin dash data to be display flex. Let me read this up here. And then we have text align to be center, justify content to be space between, and then let's do a width of 100%. Now it should be semicolon here, looking much better. And then let's do .coin dash price, want the width to be 1110 pixels, and then .coin dash volume, I want that to be width of 155 pixels, and then .coin dash market cap, let's do a width of 230 pixels. So it looks like it fits perfect here. All right, so good. And then let's do, we have like 3 more lines on here. So .coin dash percent, or not perfect, percent, I want that to be the width of 100%. And then let's do the .red, and let's do hashtag F00606. Wait, I didn't put a color. It should be color colon that. And then .green should be color colon hashtag 11D811. So now you can see that's green like this. Now I think I made my my CSS based off of the market cap being the other position. So technically I should make the, let's see, my app.js volume should have a different class name on here. So let's see, market cap here. So volume and market cap should be replaced. So this width should be here, and then this width should be here. See if that fixes it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it fixes it. Let me inspect this really quick. All right, I'll go back to this. I'll figure out the perfect width for that. But for now, let's just go back to the app.css now, and then here is a URL I imported from Google Fonts. Let's go ahead and Command A out of these, and then I'm gonna paste this in. This is just a font. I mean, you don't have to use this font, but that's just Montserrat. And then let's do the star, little multiply. Let's say box dash sizing equal to border dash box. Then margin to be 0, padding to be 0, and then font family to be Montserrat. So Montserrat, comma, sans serif. So fonts updated, and then I want the background color to be hashtag 1A1A1C, and then I want the color of the text to be hashtag FF. So now I got the dark mode going. And then under here, let's do, this one's pretty short too, so let's just say dot coin-app, and let's just say display flex direction column, align items to be center, margin dash top to be 64 pixels, and then color to be white. And then that coin dash search, let's do margin dash bottom to be 64 pixels, display flex direction to be column, and then justify content center, align items to be center as well. So we're adding some little styling to this. Let's do dot coin dash text. Let's do margin dash bottom to be 32 pixels. Text align to be center. And then let's do coin input, so dot coin dash inputs. Padding dash left, I want this to be 16 pixels. So again, we're editing this stuff at the top right here, this search section up here. Width of it, I want it to be 300 pixels. Height to be 50 pixels, and then border dash radius to be 4 pixels, border to be none, and then I want the background dash image colon linear dash gradient parentheses, then I'm going to say -225 DEG comma hashtag AC32E4 0% comma hashtag 7918F2 48% comma hashtag 4801FF 100%. And then after that, I'm just gonna say color to be hashtag E2E2E2. Save that there. So now it's a little different than last CSS. We're literally done here, and then I have to just tweak up the width stuff. Placeholder, I just want the color to be hashtag E2E2E2. So pretty much everything is working fine. Now we just have to fix this little width problem, and then we'll pretty much be done. So let's go back to coin.css. So I made some tweaks, and this is the code to make it look much better on my screen at least. So make sure coin volumes width to 100 pixels, coin market cap is to 40 pixels, and then coin percent is width is just 80 pixels, and that should fix the difference. Because beforehand, when I coded up, I made the width in correspondence to this instead of this one, and since these numbers are much bigger, actually, yeah, these are a little bigger, that they make it just slightly off, but now it looks like it works. And then we can just say Bitcoin, searches up here, ETH, light, etc. So this pretty much completes the React API project tutorial. So if you did enjoy this, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm pretty much documenting myself learning code and just building projects and showing you what I'm creating. And then also comment down below what you think, and also share this video with your friends, and I will see you in the next video.